Okay. All right. Well, we only have a few minutes left. Okay. So the last pillar is leadership, and basically you just need to lead your people. Okay.
Basically, read John Maxwell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you read John Maxwell, you'd be good. All right. So the first thing on this you need to be doing every day: personal development. All right. So here's my airplane illustration. This business is like an airplane. It has parts, and the engine is your IPA. And if you're doing your IPA, the harder you do IPA, the faster you're going to go. And your IPA can get you pretty far down the runway. But if you are not doing personal development is the wings. Personal development is what will give your organization depth or height, however you want to look at it. Okay? So you have to be willing to work just as hard on yourself as you do on your business if you want to go to the top. You have to be doing personal development. I had no idea what that meant when I joined, but I mean, I was already reading a lot of books. I've always read marriage books or parenting books, the Bible. I like to read, but I find that this is one of the biggest things people, like, it's just a new habit that has to be formed in someone's life. When they join, if they're serious about growing this and making, $30,000 a month, you have to become a good person. Not a good person, because we're already good people, but you have to become a deeper person. All right, and so I'm trying to tell you to be good. Gosh, that took forever. I'm just kidding. All right, so personal development, that could be in the form of a book. It could be in the form of podcasts. It could be in the form of a video. So there's a difference between personal growth and professional growth. So if you're doing professional growth, that would be like a training video, or there's actually network marketing books that help you learn the skill set. We have some really good ones. April's actually going through one right now. Get Over Yourself, for people who are not gold yet. And there are podcasts that, like Abby Kappa's podcast. So there's things you can learn that help you learn the skills of the business. But personal development is growing as a person. That means growing in your people skills or developing the right mindset, because mindset is 80% of this business. 80% mindset, 20% skill set. Because anybody can learn these skills, right? Anybody can look at this paper and check off all the boxes. But if you don't have the proper mindset, you probably won't make it through all the boxes. And so that's where personal development comes in. A lot of people hit a wall in their business at some point, and it's because there's some kind of growth that they need to do. They have to overcome fear or whatever, okay? So you've got to be growing every single day. You need to be a better person today than you were yesterday.
And I think that's why you see so many people on this team taking off. This team has been a growth mindset focused team for a long time. I mean, if I am just not going to get on the phone and spend time investing in people who aren't invested in themselves. That means if you're not on Monday night calls, there's your professional development for the day. Yeah. If you're not on Thursday night book club, there's your professional development for the day. If you're not plugging into the free for all team-wide training, then you don't get access to personalized one-on-one training. And so this is something we set the expectation from the very beginning. We don't wait for someone to become a leader to then plug them into growth opportunities. We expect people to be growing from the very, very beginning. And I think that's why you see this team thriving when some other teams may not be. So don't resist the urge to plug into the growth opportunities. It's just the most important thing you could be doing.
Yeah, and we do grow together, and I think a lot of people value that because they didn't have that before. They didn't have a community to grow with, or have a community that even cared about growing. And that's what I love about our team, is that the people that are here are very interested in growing. They're generally ambitious. They don't just accept the status quo. Maybe they did before, but then they come into this culture and they realize, wow, there's so much more out there. And I don't have to settle for this. Like, my life doesn't have to be this. It could be something completely different, And so whenever I was working really hard to build this business, my car was a rolling university. Every time I would get in the car, I would have a podcast playing, or an audio book playing or a training video I was listening to. My kids could probably do the training because they hear this stuff over and over and over, and they are better people because of it too. This success principles are the same across the board, and it doesn't have to be Plexus specific. But I mean, it was kind of a running joke for a while. Like, I didn't know any of the current jams. Like, I didn't know any music, and I'd be like, I can teach you how to grow a business though. Might not know the songs, but I can teach you how to make some money, because I was constantly learning. And if you are adding value to yourself every single day, when you get on that coaching call, you won't be at a loss for words. You won't feel like, I don't know what to say, I don't know how to help this person. You won't feel like that if you're learning every single day. If you're adding value to yourself, you will always have something of value to add to other people. So this has to be a daily habit, okay?
And sometimes it's that day. Like, I'll have learned something, and then it will come up. And I'm like, thank you, God. But really, well, let me tell you what I learned about that. And I don't know that I literally just learned about it in my time block right before then. But it comes up right then.
Also, your leaders can tell if you're not learning. They know things.
That's also why you hear us ask for takeaways after team calls. Like, tell me your takeaways from the team call. Because trust me, I was the queen of being on the team call. You know what I spent team calls doing the first year and a half? Hi, PA. Hi, PA. I'm on the call. They think I'm gonna watch you. And then Brittany called me. Tell me what your takeaways were. Fallon is pretty. So you gotta be learning. You just have to be intentional. Again, if you want your leader to take you seriously and be willing to give their time to you, guys, saying yes to helping you by default means saying no to helping someone else, or saying no to playing with their kids, or whatever the situation is. So earn the time. Invest in yourself. It's the most important thing.
Yeah. And I know the first several years of Christina's business, she'd be so frustrated sometimes because she recruit like a mad woman. I mean, the girl can recruit, but her points they'd be the same, and she would be frustrated month after month, and she would just say, Brittany, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. What do you do? And I would say, Christina, it's not about what you need to do, because you're already doing the things. It's who you need to become. It's who you need to become. And I'm here to tell you, I mean, I'm not the same person I was when I first started, and Christina's not either. I mean, if you had looked at us 5 years ago, if you had looked at us in middle school or high school, and then compared, you'd probably laugh. I mean, nobody would have looked at us and said that we were going to be jewels. Nobody would have looked at us and said they're doing something with their lives. They're going to make something of themselves.
Sure.
I mean, so
I had a better chance of them thinking that than she did.
Well, I read more books. See, that's why she beat me. Dang. I read more books. All right. So, anyways, it's not about where you come from. It's where you're headed, and then you can change your life. I mean, it just starts with a decision. It starts with your choice and your daily actions, and these are the daily actions you need to be doing. All of them.
Yep. I think for a long time I thought if I just was around enough of the smart ones that I could just get smarter by default. And so I picked a lot of smart ones to be around, and I just thought I could workhorse it the whole way. And I'm just here to tell you, I wish I had understood earlier on how much value was in personal development. I really could have saved myself a ton of effort, I think, if I had just learned how to work smarter and not kill myself.
Yeah, you went jewel pretty quickly after you started doing personal development. Like, very fast.
Is this I told you stuff?
No, she's like, read. I just try and inspire people.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was
Pretty
good.
much we had a conversation in January, and she said,
This was conversation number 556.
yes, this was conversation where I could tell, I'm like, I think I might be in trouble. She's like, listen, I'm out of things. You keep asking me what to do, you're already doing. You do more than anyone on our team. She literally said that. You do more than anyone on our team. I don't know what else to tell you to do, but I'm here to tell you, if you are not going to invest in yourself and learn some things, there's nothing else I can do to help you. And I was like, that's real unfortunate. You can't help me, who's gonna? And I was like, fine. This was literally, I'm like, fine. What do you want me to read? She's like, a book. All the way through. Any of them. Because I bought them all. I'm telling you, I was queen of being on the call. I had the book. I didn't have it open. I'm the phone right So she just said, start reading. If you'll just try it. What else you got to lose? And we enrolled in 3 months after that.
Yeah.
And then Diamond a year later. Read some books.
Yeah. Read them. And speaking of twofers, you say you like twofers.
I love twofers.
So if you're on a team call, and then you get off the team call, and you connect with all your loved ones and say, tell me your takeaways, what was your favorite part of that call, you can check off the connect with one active business builder box.
So can. And you can do that twice a week. Team call and book club.
Yeah. So you need to be serious about the team calls for sure. I mean, if somebody's coming to me wanting my time, but they're not on team calls, like, I just don't even take them seriously. I'm just telling, I don't. If you are serious about your business, and our team really does provide a lot of opportunities for growth, and I'm realizing more and more there are a lot of teams out there that don't provide that. Like, they just join and then they just don't have support. Like, you're just kind of on your own. Like, I mean, you have corporate support. There's that. So corporate's come a long way with, like, the tools and the training. I mean, you literally could join, and if you wanted to bad enough, you could just be in your back office doing the training and be successful. But it really helps to have a community, and we are all growing together, and we all love that. All right, and then last thing here in leadership, check team page posts and welcome new joins. That's just a daily habit to just go in there and welcome new joins. That is a sign of leadership. When somebody first joins and they just go in there and automatically start welcoming people and nobody's even told them to do that, I'm just like, I know that person's going to be a leader. That person cares about people. They're going to be a leader. So leaders definitely need to be visible, welcoming new joins into the team page. And then if you're in a Boost Me chat and you want Boost on your post, then you need to spend a few minutes in that chat commenting on other people's posts. That's it. All right. How do we do? We got 10 minutes. Huh?